Hello and welcome, listeners, to the ASMR Script Guild podcast one-on-one. Joining Skittles for an interview is Blisswritessometimes.
Okay, perfect. We can start. Apologies. Hello, Bliss. Welcome to the interview.
Hi.
This is Bliss Writes Sometimes, not to be confused with Anonymous Bliss. Both are very great people.
You're a great person as well.
Thank you. So normally how I start these is I have the interviewee introduce themselves with what kind of content they make and how long they've been doing it, your username, and etc. So you have the floor.
Yeah, I prepared one for this because I can't think on the spot. Yeah, my name is Bliss. I sometimes go by Bliss Write Sometimes or Bliss Script. I'm from the name. I'm sure you can gather that I'm a writer. I started writing in the middle of February this year.
Oh, wow. You're pretty recent still.
I am.
Wow. I thought you were someone that had been here for a while. That's crazy.
I haven't. I found ASMR roleplays November last year.
Wow. So you're still relatively fresh to the community as a whole.
I am.
Wow.
I'm just a youngling.
Just a wee lass, as you guys would say. She's Scottish. That's why I say that. I'm sorry, I love Scotland. That's part of my heritage.
The distinction there got me.
So how did you come up with the Bliss Rights sometimes?
Um, but it's a little bit stupid, honestly. So my username used to be uh Hello Fartface 78, but yeah, so it used to be that, and then when I posted my first script, it was awful. I've taken it down now. And yeah, so I posted my first script, and I kind of got roped into it. And when I told my mum about it, um, she said that she's not going to be associated with Hello Fartface 78, so she told me to change it. Um, so Bliss was the first word that came to mind, and I just put right sometimes on the end of it.
We all do right sometimes. Did I ever tell you? Well, I probably haven't, but my story's kind of dumb too.
I like dumb stories. What can I say?
Me too. Someone had pronounced my previous name as Skittles instead. It wasn't my real username, but I was like, you know what? That's perfect. So now I'm going to lead a double life where I. So in the ASMR community, I'm known as Skittles because someone couldn't pronounce my very long username. Not necessarily the most entertaining story, but yeah.
It's still rather silly.
Indeed. Which is on par. It's on brand.
Silly is good. Silly is good.
Yeah. So I remember you said you found out about the community in November of 2023. How did you find out about it?
Um, it, I'd gone through some. I'm not going to go into detail because it's honestly quite boring and a long story. Um, but I'd fallen out with, like, I had this quote unquote friend um all my life until last year. She wasn't a good friend. She was awful. Um, and I finally managed to get rid of her I didn't kill her. That sounds wrong. I didn't kill her. Um, that'd be a dumb way to go to jail.
Yeah.
Um, so I managed to get rid of her. But I was really confused and alone. To the point like where I was contemplating self-deletion. Uh, and then I was scrolling on YouTube one day, to, like just trying to find a purpose to do anything. Excuse me. And I found an audio. I don't remember who it was by, but it was a loneliness comfort. And I was like, why not? I'll give it a try.
Wow. I'm I'm sorry to hear that you went through a rough time, but that is what the media is for, to say the least. So
I survived, and I'm here.
you are, and it's very nice that those helped.
Yep. Now I'm in the best place I've ever been mentally. Woo!
That's fantastic.
Woohoo!
So when did you join the server?
Oh, jeez, I don't remember. I think it was April. That could be a complete lie. Let me check.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh, it says April 11th here.
yep,
The server wasn't
that
made.
sounds about right.
The server was made in April, so that's probably. Let's see.
Yeah, yeah. I remember I was here for the anniversary. I think.
Oh yeah.
I was not here during the birth of the server.
Ah. So yeah, because the server was made April 22nd of 2023, so you were about 10 days away from our first year anniversary. That's crazy.
I've got good timing.
Yeah, I would say so. But then what made you consider writing scripts for the community?
Honestly, it was literally just impulse. Like, um, I remember sitting in my room. Um, this was like a bank holiday or something. So my parents were at work, and I was just sitting alone in my room. Um, so I was sitting at my desk, and um, I was sitting just relaxing. I think I was probably watching Netflix. And I was kind of like, you know what? I reckon I could write a script. So I tried it, and then I'm here somehow.
That is true. There we go.
Mhm.
Made lots of good things, lots of impulse.
Yeah. I'm really bad for just following impulse.
It can get you good places though.
Yeah, it can also get me in hospital.
Yeah. I've been talking with Bliss a lot. She has an interesting medical record.
Yeah. There's more that you haven't heard about, by the way.
Oh boy, I cannot wait for that.
Oh yeah, you'll get that soon.
Can't wait. When was your first script? When did you start?
Oh. Wait, was that when or what?
When?
Oh. Ugh.
I know I
I
keep
I
making you look
remember
back on dates.
it's fine. I'm awful with anything to do with time. Um, I think I want to say the 15th of February.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think so. The 15th. We'll go with that.
Hmm. Very nice.
Hmm.
How
I
long?
still hate that script so much.
Uh, I feel that.
Oh, it's awful.
Well, I mean,
Never again.
it just shows that you've improved with time.
Something like that.
Yeah. Do you happen to know how long you're planning on doing scripts for?
Um, well, it all kind of really depends because I've got I've got quite a lot um on my plate right now because I'm moving. I'm starting uni in September. I need to do uni because that's kind of important.
Hmm.
Um, I need to do that. And I've got a lot of just things to do, so probably as long as I can, but um, script writing isn't one of my biggest priorities right now. So it all really depends what's going on in my personal life.
Hmm. Yeah, fair enough.
But hopefully as long as I can.
Yeah, that's probably all we. It's probably what we all hope for.
Hmm.
This is a weird way to phrase this question, but do you have anything that hinders your writing? I guess it's very
Um,
vague, but
yeah, well, I've got an answer for it anyway. Uh, every single writer is going to say this, but writer's block, obviously. Um, but yeah, writer's block, and I kind of mentioned it, but like education, because that's always going to be at the top of my priorities,
hmm,
because it can't really wait, but writing can. And I mean, I guess kind of like hospital appointments if I need to go to them.
yeah. How about the eye thing?
Yeah. Um, I'm legally blind in my left eye. I can't see out it. That's what blind means. Um, yeah, I still breathing. I don't. To be fair, I don't actually have appointments that often. But if I go for operations, then I'll probably end up taking time off to recover from said operation.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. Does it? Well, I mean, I'm sure it does hinder you, but is it hard to see? Was there ever a time that you weren't legally blind in one eye?
Nope, I was born this way.
Oh, see,
Great. I get to make pirate jokes. It's great.
yeah, that's fair.
Mhm. I don't have to close one eye when I look through a telescope either. They're very positive.
That's true.
Mhm.
Oh, I forgot about that. Well, I mean,
And sorry.
well, I was just gonna say it's good to know that it's not keeping you down.
Yeah. Okay. I just make jokes. I make jokes at the worst times and about the worst things. So tad
Yeah,
silly.
me too.
Yay!
Yay.
But uh, the one thing that does annoy me, is obviously the operations having to take time off. Um, I think this is kind of like a general thing as well. If I'm looking at screens for too long, then just kind of everything above my neck starts to hurt. Like my eye more so. So I still breathe. I make it, but barely. It's my kind of telling go sleep or go touch grass or something.
Everything above your neck starts to hurt?
Yeah, just get well, but above my mouth, I guess, because I get a
Hmm.
headache, eye ache,
Oh,
um, earache sometimes. but I've got a lot of issues with my ears. Well, not a lot, but
Hmm. Yeah, fair enough.
I'm just one big issue. Woohoo!
Mm. Do you have a favorite voice actor? And if so, have they voiced any of your scripts?
Uh, I've got a three-way tie for this one.
Hmm.
Reality Dreams Audio, Pebbles, and Shining Armor ASMR.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, Pebbles and Shining haven't filled any of my scripts,
Hmm.
but Reality, he's filled 9 of my scripts.
9?
He's yeah. There was a point where he filled my first script. He was my first ever fill. Um, um, there was a point of where maybe like every other video he posted was a script of mine, and
Hmm.
it was so surreal because he was one of the first VAs I'd found and that I actually liked. It was mental.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was so weird.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite fill of your script?
Um, I mean, uh, uh probably the first one that reality filled. So I think that was New Beginnings Part 1. But there was another one. Um, it was UTC Audio. 'Cause I was so starstruck when he filled that script because I remember looking, just scrolling through YouTube as I usually do, and I saw a title that kind of resembled what happened in the script. I was like, wonder what this could be. So, so I clicked on it, and I was like, hold on a minute, that first line sounds very familiar. Going on here. I checked the description. I'm like, oh my goodness, that is me. And I think it's I want to say 140,000 views, but that may be a lie.
Hmm.
Let me find it. Blah, blah, blah. If, if YouTube decides to work.
That's a lot of views, though.
Um,
And it's interesting how it just snuck up on you like that.
oh, it was 48,000. I was 100,000 off.
Oh.
It's still a lot of views.
It is. Yeah.
That one is my most filled script, and it's still so surreal to look at.
Yeah. I mean, you never forget the first.
Mm-hmm. Which I was thinking of it.
So, which script has taken you the longest to write, and why did it take the longest?
It's definitely my argument script, Words That Kill, which was funnily enough the one that UTC filled.
Hmm.
Um, uh, I'm awful at arguing. I'm not a very controversial person. I don't argue. I'm awful at it. If someone shouts at me, they're automatically right and I will cry. I'm not good at arguing.
That is fair. It's hard to argue.
It is. It has no business being that hard.
Yeah. How long did that one take?
Oh, I want to say about 3, 4 weeks, maybe something
Oh,
like that.
so not the longest time, but that is still rough.
Yeah.
I feel
Oh,
like
I hate arguing so much.
it is so rough.
I know. Like, I don't want to argue with people. If you shout at me, you're automatically right, and I'm in the wrong, and I'm sorry, and
It is okay. Do you have any ambitious projects and scripts you were wanting to take up?
Not so much not so much wanting to take up, but um, the the most ambitious that I've taken up to do with writing is actually like opening my commissions
Mm,
because I struggle to delegate a healthy amount of time to a certain project. So I'll be working on it for like maybe 10, no, 10's a bit of a stretch. Maybe like 5, 6 hours, excuse me, at once on a single project, and I'll forget to eat, I'll forget to sleep, I'll forget to drink. I like it's just everything exits my mind out of that thing, and someone will need to come into my room and be like, you haven't left your chair today. What's going on? You need to eat something."
yeah. No wonder you do the cough cough thing, just like, excuse you.
Yeah. I do that a lot whenever I'm in VCs because I get a lot of awkward silence and like I feel like I need to fill it. So I have this like cough that I do and I don't know why. I just always go I don't know why I do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I I hate awkward silence too. I like talking. Everyone here knows that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm the host.
I can yap, but I struggle a lot with talking to a group of people, which is why I'm not very active in the actual server.
Hmm.
Um, so I I do better speaking one on one, cough cough. Um, I do better speaking to just one person as opposed to a group. I don't know why, it's just a lot easier.
Nice promo there.
Yep, yep.
Well, I'm glad I'm not too intimidating.
You
Hopefully
you're
the
very easy to talk to.
oh, that's nice. Hopefully the other people in the server aren't too intimidating, as long as it's just not the big group.
Yeah, it's not so much people being intimidating. It's just I get in my own head. Like the amount of anxiety I get before I post something is absolutely mental. I'm just like, what if no one responds? What if I'm just talking to myself? What if I look mental? Oh my goodness, ah.
Mm, yeah, that's fair.
Mhm. I survive, so
Yeah, we're getting there.
mhm. Still breathing.
Yeah. I know you said you aren't very controversial and you don't like arguments, but do you have any pet peeves when it comes to ASMR?
I do. I said that very weird. I don't gasp.
The
Um,
controversial, the non-controversial person is controversial.
yeah, read it and meet people. Um, I was doing this questions with one of my friends, and he was helping me do it because I was procrastinating a lot doing these. Um, so he was helping me do it. And I was like, oh my goodness, I've got such a good one for this. Um, well, it's not really such a good one because probably a lot of people will have said it, but no credit, not letting us know, and not linking. Those ones are really annoying.
Yeah, those ones suck. That's a pretty
Yeah.
common one, which is it's sad that it is common because that means it
Yeah.
happens a lot more than it should, which sucks.
Yeah. It's happened loads to me. Like the amount of times I just scroll on YouTube and I find a fill that vaguely resembles, like the title vaguely resembles what happens in my script. I'm like, I wonder what this could be. Let me check the description. Oh, would you look at that? I had to go find that one myself.
Yeah, I had to do that a couple times. There were a few people that didn't mean any ill will towards it. They just forgot. It's just it just sucks
Yeah,
when it
like
happens.
yeah, forgetting's fair game. Like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I mean, forget once or twice, but like if you forget like I don't know four, five, six times, then it's not an accident at that point. You're just doing it to be annoying.
Yeah, I'm. I don't know. I personally would not be able to forget that many times. I would have too much anxiety. I'd just be like,
Yeah,
I gotta remember, or else they're gonna be mad.
yeah.
Did you have any others, or was that the main one? I guess the main
Those
three.
were the main ones. Yeah, the main three.
Yeah, fair enough.
So controversial, I know.
We'll call you controversial bliss.
hmm I'll be put in the history books for being the most controversial person in the world.
Wow, moving up so fast. It only took one interview to make you snap.
Yep.
Are there any genres you tend to avoid when you write? Anything you don't necessarily
Um,
enjoy?
Yandere. I hate doing Yandere scripts. I absolutely despise it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because when I first started writing, when I posted my first script, God knows how, um, a VA reached out to me and asked if I wanted to be their script writer, and I was like so caught off guard. My first instinct was to take a picture and send it to my friend. Um, so I just have this I have this conversation with my friend. It's like, hey, do you remember how I made that joke about boyfriend and girlfriend ASMR? Because I'd made a joke about it a couple weeks before this had all happened.
Yeah.
Um, I don't particularly remember what the joke was, but I texted her and I went, "Hey, do you remember that joke I made?" Um, yeah, I've kind of done a little bit of something silly. Um, and I've been roped into something, and then I just, out of pure impulse, once again, um, I said sure, to the VA, and then I was working for her, for I think it was February, um, 4 months ish,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Um, but during that time, it was between February and April. I didn't do any of my own scripts. I just did all of the ones for the VA.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but in April, I started uploading my own script. So technically, I've only really been doing scripts since April. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah,
Well, you know, impulse really does get you everywhere.
it does.
Yeah. That's funny. I kind of had a similar start to writing scripts, but we don't need to get into that. Those were all the prepped questions I had. Did you want to do more questions, or did you want to do the questions you had for me?
I'm fine with either. We could do it both if you want to.
Sure. Yeah. I'm not sure how many more questions I have here, but we do also currently have an audience if they want to ask you questions.
I I can do questions.
I hope so, because that's kind of why we're here.
Yeah. I I get so awkward and I don't know why.
I've heard rumors that, well, I guess not rumors, people have directly told me that these interviews can be nerve wracking.
It's not so much it's not so much as like nerve-wracking, it's just I get really awkward and erratic hand gestures again.
I
It's
remember
strike
those.
again. Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun time.
Yeah, here we go. I'm just going to put the questions here, and then they can see.
Mhm.
Do you want to start?
I'm here. Oh yeah, okay. Let me find it. Hold on. I've got the answers to your questions and the questions for you in a different place, so it's really annoying.
Hmm.
Um, have you got any idols in the community?
Like people I idolize?
Yeah.
Ooh, I have a lot. I look up to a majority of the people, but I would probably say a good amount of them. Turtle Shark is a fantastic writer. I look up to her. Um, Mackenzie Mazing is very talented, and Not Plus Zero is. There are so few words and yet so many words that can describe him.
Yeah.
I mean, his voice acting, his writing, his advice, and he has a way with words, and that's been nice. And obviously, I look up to Echo, the owner of the server.
Mm.
He's the whole reason I even started writing, let alone meeting all of you. Hopefully, he'll get to be on this podcast one day. That'd be nice. Yeah.
I was when you were trying to figure out words there, I was just imagining you throwing your hands everywhere.
I want to, but I'm worried I'm gonna hit the microphone and it's gonna make a banging sound like this. I don't want to. Like I don't have too much room to do erratic hand gestures. Just like I'll get cords tangled and I'll bang on stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to untangle all my cables to do this because there's about 14 million cables on my blooming desk and it's so annoying.
Yeah. Me too. So many cords.
Very annoying.
Yeah. Not plus zero says, are there any aspects of your personality or interests that you like to incorporate into your scripts?
Um, a, a lot of the jokes that are in my script are just me being sarcastic.
Mm,
'Cause I know I can do sarcasm and I can do it very well. Um, it sounds a bit pretentious, but I know I can do sarcasm. So I always try to include some kind of bad joke in my script because most of the time, if you end up having a conversation with me, I will end up throwing a bad joke in there somewhere.
yeah. Fair enough.
I'm good at bad jokes.
Mm, that's fun. It also makes sense. Do you have any hobbies that you sometimes include as a little Easter egg?
Um, hobbies, not hobbies per se, but there was a script. I don't remember what one it was. Oh no, actually I do. But I had a Mean Girls reference in it, and no one's found it yet,
Oh,
and
interesting.
it really annoys me because I posted about it. I think it was maybe 3 or 4 times on my Twitter, and no one has gone out of their way to find it, and it really annoys me.
I might have to take a look at that.
I mean, if you want a scavenger hunt, go for it.
I'm always down for one of those.
Apparently no one else is.
Okay, and Star says, if there was one script you could write in 1 second without struggling or taking a long time, what would it be about?
Probably another argument script because that one, Words That Kill, it done a lot better than I thought it would.
Mm,
And arguments are scary.
yeah, they are. That's fair. That'd be nice to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have more questions?
I do. Um, do you have a favorite accent?
Oh, man. This'll probably be a little embarrassing, but probably one of my favorites are British or Scottish. Because, I mean,
Yes.
again, yeah, that's the nice bonus of this interview is that I get to listen to a Scottish accent for about an hour. I also like Knott's
I
accent because that one's fun to do.
Yeah, not has a good accent. I will admit.
Yeah. I mean, a close
Uh,
second, maybe a few runner ups are Australian. And I don't know, Australian's fun to do and to listen to. And um, I think it was a German accent. German accents are nice. But definitely
they
top three
are.
are Scottish, British, and not. He's his own sort of accent. Yeah.
Yay! I made it in the top three for once in my life. Um, um, have you got a VA in mind who you want to fill a script of yours?
That is an interesting question. I I have a few. Especially recently because I went to Colorado for a week and I had no service, so I couldn't talk to anyone. So I was just sitting there able to write scripts, and I wrote 7 scripts in 1 week. And I'm just trying to be patient so that I can let them out slowly. There
Mm.
is one script that I am very, very excited to give out. I think Mackenzie Mazing, Curie does random stuff. Maybe Wholesome Girlfriend ASMR. And maybe Nightshade Queen, depending on how they interpret the script. I feel like all of them would do a very good job. I think Dream Audio would definitely take some interest in it as well. I feel like that's kind of a script that would pique her interest. I'm really happy with it, and so I think it might do well. I'm just not 100% sure. I,
I will definitely read it when it comes out then.
yeah, I think that will be. Um, I don't know if I should do it this week or next week. Um, by the time this podcast episode is uploaded to YouTube, the script will probably also be uploaded.
I will read it regardless. I will teleport to the future and read it.
Yeah, I also have the time travel series. Speaking of that, which I did part 4 for, but I'm not expecting anyone to fill it because it's complicated.
Mm.
um, I think that's the main script, just the one that's coming up. It's very tomboy esque and a bit flirtatious.
Ooh. Call my name with those words.
Yeah, I think you'll like it.
I shall definitely give it a read.
Sounds good.
Mm. What's your favorite part of writing or VAing?
For writing, it's usually seeing who will enjoy the script and mostly writing fun jokes for the script that I'm mentioning that's coming out soon. it doesn't have too many jokes. It's more of a delicately laid out. It's not as comedic as you would think, and I'm really happy with that result, but a lot of times I'm usually very happy to throw in a random joke or a random saying, and the characters get very silly and twisted in interesting ways. For voice acting, I love doing the silly voices because it's so fun to just do random bits.
Yeah, I imagine that part's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Um, what's your biggest motivation for writing your VAing?
Um, Writing is getting down through the idea list that I have because it's 200 ideas long.
Jeez, peeps.
Yeah. And also having friends that are excited for it, that's a big motivation. It's a similar answer to VAing. Motivation with the people I consider friends. And for a while, part of the motivation was to actually debut at a certain time. It just didn't line up with when I was going on vacation, but I do have plans.
Oh, the plans sound very interesting from what you've told me.
Thank you. Yeah. The short answer is you guys are what motivates me, and me being very
Aw.
excited to show all of you. That's why it's so hard to wait on the scripts, because I'm just like, I just want to give it to you guys. Just read it. Skim it at least.
Yeah. Okay. Finally. Um, you're either gonna love this one or hate this one.
Oh boy.
Um, um, could you do an impression of any character?
I have around 36 to 40 impressions that I have written down that I can do. They're going to be a little iffy because I did catch a cold on the way to Colorado. Well, on the way back. It depends on what you want to hear. Wait, was this
Oh,
because on the podcast I was like, I wish that question was given to me? Did that have any relation, or did you
uh,
just randomly throw it in there?
I randomly threw it in there. I did not remember there was a question like that.
Mm. In the main podcast that they did that you were on, um, one of the questions was, "Can you do any voice impressions?" And I was like, "Ugh, I'm being held back. I'm right here." It would have been fun, but
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I do remember that one. To be fair, I was half asleep during that one because it was being streamed at 2 in the morning.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
I was 4 Pepsi Maxes deep and half a bag of Haribo Tang Fastics. Um, so I was a lot. I was on a lot of sugar, a lot of caffeine. Um, and I zoned out. I think I told you this. I zoned out in the middle of it, and
Oh, yeah, you
oh
did tell me that.
yeah, it still haunts my nightmares. And oh my goodness, oh every time I listen to it back, I'm so embarrassed by that one part.
Mm.
Ugh. Haunts me.
Yeah, that's okay. We all zone out. Were there any impressions you wanted to hear, or were you just curious? Because the answer is yes.
Uh, I was curious, but I mean, what are the options?
Uh, um, Probably the most popular ones I have are Not Plus Zero, a Shaggy from Scooby Doo. I've tried to do a Chris Griffin from Family Guy, but that's iffy. Goofy from Mickey Mouse, Kermit the Frog. Um, I can kind of do Morgan Freeman. Mario, Luigi, a few Star Wars ones. I can do a few accents.
Like, and every time you said a different character, my mouth my mouth dropped ever more open. I was like, I know that person. I know that person too. Um,
Oh,
wait,
yeah, I forgot about Doofenshmirtz. I can attempt to do a Doofenshmirtz and also the Joker.
I'm
Smart.
curious about the difference marks now.
All right, let's try this. Let me set the microphone up. Okay. Oh, what do I say? Perry the Platypus. I'm sure you've noticed that
Yeah.
I'm busy recording. Get out of my studio. Not actually recommend a script for me to do in the Doofenshmirtz impression, and I will do that one day, probably very soon. Now that I'm back home, I can record and get back into the feel of things.
That was good.
Thank you.
I mean, you've heard my difference marks impression. It's not that good.
I just like hearing it in Scottish. I just like hearing you say different things in Scottish. That's yeah. Sometimes I pester Nod about that too because like I can do his impression, but sometimes Nod just says things differently on instinct, and I haven't quite learned how to differentiate that.
Yeah. I listened to the different puns you did of Not's name, and
Oh,
it like that was good. Like I was genuinely I was like a little bit. Are you sure this isn't not doing it?
uh, I mean that would be Ash and Twinkie. They both said that it kind of sounds like Not, but he's a little sick, which is funny because then one time I did his voice, and I actually had a cold, so it sounded like Not, but he was sick, and then I was sick. It was quite a nasty cold.
I didn't even realize you switched voices, and I'm like, wait, hold on a minute.
Oh, man. It's gonna be really fun when Not and I do an interview together, because it's just gonna be which one is the true Not? Which one do you shoot?
Oh my goodness, I can't wait to listen to
I cannot wait to record it.
that.
I'm just waiting for the right
I'll put
moment.
that'll be on my bucket list.
to hear Not
Yeah.
and I do share voice impression. Not actually tried to do an impression of me. That was really interesting.
This it's it's like putting you both through a separate clone machine. You turn into each other.
We just swap voices, so
Yeah.
I guess like the kind of mind swapping thing where it swaps the voice and the mind, but it's just a different body. Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, not my impression of you also needs a little work because it's not like perfect, and I'm also still working on some of your accents, like your surfer dude. That one needs a little work because I had just learned how to do that during that recording, like the um. Not plus no. I'd need prep work for that. A lot of that was on the spot because during that morning I was just trying to get scripts done or work on projects that I needed to do around the house, and my brain would not stop thinking about Not plus Sphero. Just the knot that goes in circles and is very round. It's just a ball. I I couldn't get any work done until I finished that. So
Mm.
Not had another question for you. What would you consider to be a signature style of your scripts?
Oh, there was this one thing that I tried to do. I tried to make a point to reference a lizard called Toothless in each of my scripts, just
Oh,
in case like I don't do it now. I look back on it and I hate it.
hmm.
Um, yeah. So I tried to do that for a while, but it was it didn't really fit in anywhere, and it was a bit weird. Um, and it just it didn't go in the script. No, it just upsets me.
Yeah, that's fun. I'm thinking about doing that eventually, trying to either make a signature thing that everyone would know, oh, yep, that's a Skittles script, or
Yeah.
trying to connect all my scripts through some random lore so then they can be like, oh, yeah, this character was in this script and in that one. But I think everyone can
Yeah.
tell it's me from the random jokes.
Yeah, I was trying to put the lizard in there in case I wasn't credited right.
Oh,
Um, but then I realized I would just rather not be credited than have a blooming lizard in every single one of my scripts. So the the closest signature thing I've got to like having recognizable scripts is just the bad jokes and the sarcasm, probably.
yeah. Same here. The silliness spreads out.
Yay!
Yay!
Who? Oh no.
Jeez. Ooh, do you have a favorite joke from a script? Also says not.
Oh no. I had one in mind. Hold on. I think oh, I've lost all of my documents. Where's everything gone?
Did you write everything
This
down on
is
paper?
no.
Oh.
I wrote questions. I think it was like 1 to 5 on paper, and then I lost the paper, so I did it on Google Docs.
Oh no.
Um, but then I found the paper, and
Mm-hmm.
then I had cream on my elbow because my eczema was annoying me. Um, and I didn't have any tissues, so then I used the paper to scrape off the cream. Yeah, that was quite a chaotic day.
Oh my gosh. That.
Yeah, I would not recommend rubbing paper on eczema. It's not fun. Um, uh, Back on topic, sorry. I get sidetracked very easily. Um, Probably. I don't know if this one's my favorite, but it is one that I'd like quite a lot. In the study date we're Cindery Billy, I think um blah, 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 uh, the speaker was confused about the periodic table um and said chemistry is to do with muscles and tissues and bones and stuff, and then went on to flex their muscles. That was that I like that one. That was pretty funny.
That is pretty
All,
funny.
all the mu Yeah, all the muscles I have from lifting my computer really came in that script there.
Yeah, just don't throw your back out.
Oh God, no promises this, right? I'm getting old. Need a cane next year for my birthday.
Oh my gosh. You just barely turned 19.
Yeah, and I'm no more flexible than I was at 18. Actually, I went climbing on the ninth with some of my friends,
Mm-hmm.
and I am still in pain right now. Like I can't clench my fist because my forearms are too sore. My shoulders are sore. My back's sore. My legs are a bit sore.
Fair enough.
Professional.
professionally accident prone?
Yes. My mum, when I was younger, she used to call me Calamity Jane.
Uh,
Because I would always just fall. I still do. I fall over absolutely everything.
mm,
Um, I, I think I was in first year of secondary school. My PE teacher. No, yeah, it was first year. I got my report, and my PE teacher said that I need to work on my hand-eye coordination, and that I've got some issues with it. And oh my goodness, my mum, she was absolutely livid at my PE teacher for saying that I've got issues. And to be fair, the teacher was right. I mean, I've got many issues, but like it was it was really funny. My mum didn't find it quite as funny though.
yeah. So not also says, speaking of mistakes, have there been any mistakes in your scripts that you ended up liking? I guess I could do it in Nott's voice
Oh.
to make it more immersive.
Um, I mean, the mistakes that I make in scripts are just like misspellings, and then I end up just keyboard smashing. And then if people could see the version histories of my scripts, that would be a little bit not very good for me. Um, because a lot of stuff gets typed on those documents before it goes out to people.
Yeah.
But most of them do end up getting deleted because most of them can't be said in audios. And that is all I will elaborate on my mistakes. Because otherwise I'll get cancelled.
Well, there you go.
Mhm.
Now I'm just imagining you trying to type and then you break half your keyboard and it comes out as a script. No one needs to know.
Yeah.
That sounds like you,
A lot of
honestly.
the time. Yeah, it does. It really does. I can't lie. Um, I've told you about this, but I've got a tremor in my hand. Um, and it decides to act up right when I'm writing. So I'm usually most productive between like 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. So obviously my tremor has to get worse during that time. So I end up just um when it's acting up and it's really annoying. I end up hitting all the wrong keys and then I get really frustrated and then I'm like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I have to go to bed. So then I waste all that productive time because of my stupid hands.
Hmm.
It's a bit annoying, but hey, we bowl.
Yeah, we do.
Have I sent you a picture of my video of my shaky hands? I think I have.
I don't know if you have. I mostly get pictures of you getting eczema cream all over the place.
Oh yeah. 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 Oopsie doopsie.
I
I
mean,
actually I s- there's blankets on sorry, there's a weighted blanket that I bought and it's grey. I think it may have been in the background of a picture I've sent you or something.
hmm.
But I ended up I was sleeping with it one night and I had the cream on my elbow because I sleep with it because I'm just mental like that.
Hmm.
Um and I must have moved around in my sleep because when I woke up, like the entire right corner of it was white. Um,
Oh my
that was
gosh.
annoying. I think it's still on the blanket right now. It's too
Probably.
dark in my room for me to see.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's late for you.
I just sit in the dark as well.
Hmm. Fair enough.
I don't. Yeah, I've always got my blinds and my curtains closed. I don't go outside.
Oh man. Do you have any advice for writers with similar challenges? I'm assuming it's about the hand tremors.
Um, Honestly, I haven't really figured out mine yet. I can't really um control it or like get it to calm down. Um, but I mean, probably get a keyboard with like bigger keys so then it doesn't like smack into everything and press down buttons you don't want it to.
Hmm.
I should probably do that actually because my keyboard is very flat. Um, I mean, uh, I probably just maybe um I don't know. Yeah, I'd probably just say get bigger keys on your keyboard.
That actually makes sense when you think about it, and there are options for bigger keys.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of having bigger keys. I prefer a flat keyboard. But with the way my hands were annoying me recently, I'm going to end up getting one.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, I guess that's what you could use the commission money for. Just big
Oh
keyboard.
yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I, every time I get a commission, um, I go up to my mum and I go, "Hey mum, how many Freddos can I buy with this?"
Oh
I
yeah,
think, yeah. I think I'm at maybe 30, 40 Freddos, maybe. That's just a guess off tip. That's just a guess. I don't know.
that's a decent amount
Probably
though.
something around that. Yeah, exactly. I actually haven't had a Freddo in ages. I really want a Freddo now. I don't even think we have any.
Well, I guess you can go buy. Wait. Oh, I don't know if you have time.
I mean, I don't know when the Asda down the street from me closes, but I mean, I can run to Asda in 5 minutes and just buy out their stock.
Their entire stock.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, one time I forced my friend to go into a co-op with me while we were walking to our other friend's house, and I bought a packet of ham and a small milkshake. And we showed up to our other friend's house um with an empty milkshake bottle and a packet of ham for her. I don't know why I did it. I just did.
Yeah, that's probably gonna end up in a script one day.
I think I said. I think I said that to my friends as well.
Girlfriend comforts you with a bottle of milk and a packet of ham.
Yep. It was either the packet of ham or a pizza. I was just gonna turn up to her house with a pizza.
Well, I mean, a pizza makes more sense if you're gonna be like 100% chaotic and silly. Then I feel like the package of ham would work better.
Yeah, I wanted to get pepperoni, but there wasn't any there, so I had to settle for ham. And this entire time, the friend that I was walking with, she was literally just saying to me, "Bliss, what are you doing? Why are you getting ham? What are you doing?" And I just didn't say a word. So then we walked to our friend's house, and I gave her the ham, and we don't speak of that day now.
You just don't talk about it.
No,
Wow.
I mean there's the occasional look of, "Do you remember the ham day?" Um, but yeah, we don't speak of the ham day.
Mm. Well, there you go.
Mhm.
All right. I think we might wrap up here in a bit. Is there anything you would like to say or plug before we go?
Um, Thank you for having me. It was very fun. Um, I should probably go calculate how many Freddos I can buy and how fast I can run to Asda in 2 minutes.
I think the problem might be walking back.
Yeah, I'd quite like not to get kidnapped. Um, I mean, maybe if I take a packet of ham, they'll take mercy on me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
Well, cool. I do appreciate you taking the time to come on to the interview, and I'm sorry it took so long to prepare this.
That is fine. I forgot as well.
Twinsies!
Yes.
Nice.
Until next time, dear listeners, farewell.